Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon. Take a seat, everybody. All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has—
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated.
Mualani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally— and still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains— The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our civilization was dying. Our fate, if we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab...
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along... The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence So, I've tried my best to help Currently, Shilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their name. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
Well, we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all— That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my—
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor—
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will I can only trust. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you...
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here—
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire. On their own, each item's power is limited. But together, they're combined. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the two worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or if they knew those items helped...
Even when you put it that way...
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. If you still have regret, your deeds will become...
Well, we'd still like...
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victim, and we could all use the rest. Try not to let it get... All right.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution. Then my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can, even across time.
Yeah, Mom. No.
Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. It's not...
Ah, well...
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was...
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first...
Maybe it seemed her impulse to...
So, what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and...
What? Do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina! Woohoo!
Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal.
Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes, so...
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How does it feel being a hero, Kachina? To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels...
Well, you better get used to it! Next up, undefeated champion! Hey, please don't make fun of me.
You're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come, you could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them besides. Every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without...
Paimon suddenly remembered...
Yes, it was. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of she played and... Still, it was an impressive achievement. You feel lost. This is a war. And there can be no war without loss. I am already far more for... The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon.
Yeah!
I suppose, but... So what? Even if the future ends in destruction, and it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate, that we will This is a pivotal moment. We are, well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily if you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey.
Ancient name?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient, the Ode of Resurrection, just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore this.
Wonderful. Then we've never forged.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to...
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an... As for you, I must confess,
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here.
choose
Give up.
carefully.
Hesitating will do you no good.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Don't worry, I always win anyway.
What do you need? What do you need?
Give up. Hesitating will do you no good.
Must choose carefully.
What do you need? What do you need?
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Must choose carefully.
What do you need? What do you need?
Don't worry, I always win anyway.
Give up. Hesitating will do you no good.
I must choose carefully.
What do you need? What do you need?
Give up. Hesitating
Don't
will do
worry,
you no good.
I always win anyway.
Must choose carefully.
Take it easy.
Whoa. They really have thought of everything. Even the phaetometer is here and
It's a card that's you.
And what about all the dessert and tea?
That's what the message said.
Really? That's so...
Those snacks have...
I think you might be.
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one.
The desserts are great. But I'm still looking forward to the story more than anything.
Very fair. Then, let us begin. First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of you, and write down your name and profession. You can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your... In this story, everyone...
Ooh, nice!
As hunters...
Swordsman.
So, for the...
Yep.
You can use your real name too if you want.
Oh, so it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as yourself. That's not a bad idea.
In that case... Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills. The more...
Oh, those skills. So,
Not necessary. For example, I think I'll take stealth and sleight of...
oh, interesting. Let me see. I'll take arts. Well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn, traveler? Gotta say, this suits you really well. Nothing boosts morale like good food. Ooh, so what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these 2 skills?
Let's see.
You've all picked some.
Why do I get the feeling?
For example.
The script's world-building rules, huh?
Oh, that's not for us.
All right, you've convinced.
Well, now that since 2 of our... Would you like to play off?
What?
Well, for example, if you choose to play in authentic mode, every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the fate. If you choose easy...
Huh? Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. Never knowing what you might...
All right.
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
Are you sure?
Trust me. Honestly...
No.
Well, speaking of the story...
Well, that's because... A long time soon, a group of human rebels banded together. With their swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness. Sometime later, as a member of the Marachose Hunters, you receive a commission. But as you inhale, your eyes meet. And you...
You're all Marshals. What say you to traveling together?
Okay, my name is...
Hey, you can do it.
Paimon is Paimon.
I've been studying medicine ever since I was a child. I want to do my...
Oh, welcome. When we face the monster...
You open your envelopes at the same time. To the honorable and trustworthy, the lands out...
The scriptwriter...
Yet, as you...
I carefully...
You see a...
Oh, good
You look up and see a tavern nearby. It appears to be open for the day.
Why don't we go check...
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
Greetings, friend. Lovely weather we're having today, don't you think?
Oh, hello. I suppose you're...
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount... Oh, come... Nothing turns a frown upside down like good food. How about some macarons? I could make you some. You didn't even... So you're someone who... Hey, did she just... me?
Glorianne must have broke character for us.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe you can think of something.
Miss, we'd love to learn.
You weren't even the one that learned persuasion.
My trouble. A horde of monsters.
Do you remember when the...
Do you know...
It all happened.
You have our thanks, friend.
Oh, thank you.
Don't worry. We don't always get to...
You bid farewell to the woman, and continue your journey further into the city. As you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
Although he doesn't seem very... friendly, merchants are usually a...
Pardon me, sir. I'd like to ask a...
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How about this much?
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar? You can't even buy half an onion with that amount.
Surely an onion can't be that expensive, right?
What do you know? War is nearly upon us. Everything costs several times what it did before. If you're not gonna buy anything, then scram.
Whoa, what a nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something?
Okay, while everyone is talking, I secretly use my magic props to summon a bottle of wine without the merchant noticing. We meant no offense, sir. Here, allow me to offer you this bottle of vintage wine, made only from the finest grapes. I'll just... I should mention that this wine is the perfect accompaniment to a meal. I'd suggest enjoying it with dinner.
All right. Go on and ask. What do you want to know?
Do you have any information on the monster?
Crisis. Those monsters are camped outside the city, and they've been destroying all our trade routes. We have limited reserves within the...
Wait. You're saying no one has put a plan...
We could all starve, and those... Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
That is concerning. Thank you, sir. We won't take up any more of your time now.
Hey, why did you leave in such a hurry?
Well, you see, that bottle of wine was just a cardboard prop.
Should we try to go somewhere with more people?
Oh, how about the city square? Follow me.
Before you lies the city's central square. You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low. He doesn't seem to notice your approach.
This guy seems promising enough. Hello, sir.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Wait, you're...
I'm...
Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marashose hunter!
You recognize us? Ah.
Yes, yes!
What happened here?
Alas. However, monsters have once again surrounded the city.
Are there not...
It's not a question of Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marashose hunters anymore. When I was a child, though, my grandfather... To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were...
Well, you can rest easy, friend.
The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His...
Still, if we are going to hunt the monsters, we need to know where to find...
All I know is that the area outside the city is dangerous. Oh, although, if you leave the capital through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into a group of guards. They might know more about where to find the monsters.
I see.
All right, be careful. Oh, and one last thing. The monsters outside the city are just part of the problem. There are evil sorcerers inside the city as well, so be on your guard. They're actively working. Even one of our kindest...
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up? Huh? Like, now?
I appreciate your kindness, but for now, it's brave hunters. I leave the future of this kingdom...
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need solving, right?
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city and take down the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
But which problem should we tackle first?
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time and discuss what you want to do. Let me know when you've made your decision.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well, Clarence said the script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life Marashose hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but there are definitely some similarities. Would you like to hear more about it?
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the hunter's history before, but it was all in passing.
Paimon wants to know too! The hunters were super powerful, right? Were they all from a special line of supernatural beings or something? Kind of like the yokai in Inazuma?
No. All Marashose hunters were ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set them apart were the special sword techniques passed down over the centuries.
Huh? So you mean anyone could become a Marashose hunter?
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous training and master the swordsmanship techniques required to fight the monsters. Still, most people dropped out at the early stages, and others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person. To become a hunter, you must be strong in both body and mind.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly? Oh, and the evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life too?
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Remuria. After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear, intent on obstructing humans from establishing a new social order. One of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems. He sought to use that force to establish himself as king.
Now wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him yet. So, why don't you talk about someone else for now?
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then... How about Casiodor, the Golden Hunter? Or Egeria, the ex-Hydro Archon?
Wait, but those people are all from a super long time ago. Where did you learn all this, Claran?
From my master.
Huh. By master, you mean Miss Petronia?
Someone you know?
Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends. Back in the day, she would often bring Clorand over to play, but then...
Let's not get off topic. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Responding to Egeria's call, a number of warriors followed Cassiodor into battle against the monsters. This group of warriors, under Cassiodor's leadership, became known as the Marachose Hunters. Yet...
Is that really...
Speaking of...
I vote monster.
Well said, Miss...
What about you, partner? What do you think? I mean, you're not wrong. We don't want a total party kill on the first day, right? With Clorand as the GM. Then it...
All right.
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
You there! Outsiders, halt!
Who's there?
An armored man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build. Although he's trying his best, I'm the captain of the State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Wow, it's been a while since...
I said talk! Marachose Hunters? Ha! That fairy... With some suspicion, the captain allows you to... Unfortunately, you're unable to adequately assess the source of his injury, much less come up with a way to relieve his pain.
I'm sorry. My skills are a little rusty.
Well, he regards you with...
Sir, we were indeed in the city. Your guards are...
The man regards some of our new
Oh, please, sir.
Hearing you say that, those monsters are... I just hope all the...
Based on what the captain said, the monster should be right up ahead. Let's go. Hopefully we're not too late.
As you approach the battlefield, you see numerous people lying by the side of the road. They appear to be dressed like guards. Their faces are filled with desperation and terror. Some are screaming and cursing in vain, as if still trying to banish the monstrosities they saw from their minds. A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief. "Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back," they yell.
This is the place he mentioned.
You see broken iron. All the signs point to one thing. A truly devastating battle.
Be on your guard, everyone. The monsters might still be around.
Before you can finish your sentence, you hear rustling sounds from the surrounding bushes. The monsters have emerged. They close in on you with...
A little help here!
Your battle round... The next battle round begins now.
Hey there! Watch out!
The monsters let out a terrifying roar of anger and resentment before dissipating.
Ugh. Thank goodness it's over.
We're lucky the Marashose hunter...
I never knew the photometer. Huh?
Just as you begin to celebrate your victory, a suspicious lump on the ground catches your attention.
A suspicious lump? Wait, could it be the thing that appears after every battle?
I walk up to it, crouch down, and begin to carefully examine it. I've still got my right glove on, so it should be fine for me to touch it, right?
As you investigate the mound, you discover that the exposed portion appears to be made of... With the monsters gone, the small protrusion now awaits your discovery, poking out of the ground like a shy flower bud.
Whoa, it's a treasure chest!
With everyone's help, even without open...
Makes sense, we were...
I can understand your excitement, Paimon, but think about it. Doesn't it seem like there are people out there who need this treasure more than us?
Yeah. Think about all the people suffering in the capital. Or all those guards who got hurt fighting the monsters. Wouldn't it be better if we gave the treasure to them?
Wait, is that how it works? Paimon thought since we were the ones to dig it up, we could just take it for ourselves.
Well, let's put it this way. Any decision you make during a role-playing game can impact the future course of the story.
But would the people really believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove we're Marashose hunters. What if they think we procured the treasure illegally?
might get even more suspicious of us.
That's definitely something we should consider. Maybe we can come up with an explanation in advance.
Well, if donating it could cause that much trouble, why don't we use it to buy some gear and fill up on good food? Then we'll be ready to fight even more bad guys.
Looks like you're facing a difficult choice once again. Well, it's getting late.
Wow!
I'm not sure if it's because I'm having so much fun with you all, or because the story is particularly enticing, but I feel like I could almost keep going.
Here, here. Ooh, how about we play through the night? I'm not sure I'll...
Yeah, that won't work for me either. Lynette will give me an earful if I get home too late.
I understand how you feel, Navia, but we have to change venues for the next part of the story anyway.
Huh? Another location?
Mm-hmm. There's a special note for the GM at the end of this section that says to proceed to an indoor set for the next part of the script.
Whoa, they really pulled out all the stops for this new script.
Well, even if we end the game for the day, we can still stay a little longer and hear Clorian finish her story, right? Paimon wants to hear more about the history of the hunters.
Something tells me you just want to finish the free desserts before we break for the day.
That's just a coincidence, okay? Besides, to Paimon, not finishing free food feels even worse than having to buy her own. And anyway, Paimon really does want to hear more about Clorian's master.
Well...
It's nothing. I appreciate the concern, but it's all in the past. It won't do any harm to share these things now. My earliest memories are of living with Master. According to her, she saved me from certain people of ill repute. My birth parents had left...
What a...
Master was my first ever
Oh, wait, so she... Hey...
Of course I... See? That's what you get for not holding the sword.
Excuse me for...
Probably around...
3?
As I said.
I'm not so sure this is a question of experience.
I didn't see anything wrong with her ways at the time. And, anyway, children don't get to choose how they're raised. Oh, she did...
A Geo-Bishop...
What she said was this. Make sure to get along... 5.
Well...
No,
So, you're...
Yes, but only for a week. By the end of that week, I defeated it in combat, and we've shared a cordial relationship ever since.
That really doesn't sound like the kind of childhood someone should have.
Later on, I gradually understood that Master most likely didn't know any other way to raise a child, thanks to her, even though the training...
I still remember... After that, though,
I had a lot of fun during those days.
We tried to pretend protector of justice. Oh, wait, you mean...
Yep, that would be her. She often would put on a black cloak and go out at night. I never knew where she went or what she was doing. Until, like Navia said, we overheard the truth from Mr. Callis that night.
20 years ago, huh? I still remember the guards leaving all kinds of witness reports about her on Nervalette's desk.
My apologies.
Oh, although...
Huh? When did the protect...
Oh, she had it later on.
That sounds like her, all right.
Well,
It's true. I always want...
But...
She suddenly...
Disappeared?
I have no... That night, I was celebrating when she still didn't appear after...
Papa probably didn't know either.
Don't worry. Just like how...
Were you upset?
I was at first.
Well, despite everything, you still...
I suspect my position would be far too by the books for her. Master always did whatever she pleased. But you're right.
I wonder... If Clorian's master were the champion duelist... Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Clorian didn't... Well, Anyway. Would you look at the time? It's getting dark.
I had a great time.
Anytime.
The script was good, but I've got to say, your child... Hey.
What does she mean on to... Guess I'll head back.
You're that excited?
I was... Let's go meet up with the group! Paimon's really looking forward to today's story.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots.
Looks like everyone's here. Now, before we begin, why don't we finish where we left off yesterday? There was an important decision to be made, yeah?
Is that have you all?
I admire the work.
So the set...
Unfortunately.
Anyone think...
Well, whatever. If we're worried about...
Yeah, it might...
Staring at me.
Oh, why aren't you saying it?
Oh, this...
Huh.
Well, I made sure... Anyway, wait. Well, it's only a matter of time.
All right, Paimon may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somehow...
So, you reached an agreement?
Oh, and we'll collect...
All right. You collect the treasure. The city is still shrouded in a gloomy, oppressive atmosphere, but your spirits are surprisingly high. In places where sunlight struggles to reach, you generously share your wealth with the children, the elderly, and the poor in urgent need of help.
Thank you, kind soul.
The elderly woman's look of gratitude follows you as you walk away, her eyes never leaving your back until you move entirely out of sight.
Should we go find that man again at the square?
Oh, good.
Just as you start...
Please wait, distinguished guests.
Several strange guards suddenly call out to you. They run forward to meet you.
Greetings, gentlemen.
Surely you jest, my lady.
Well,
I say we go for...
After a quick gilded tables line both sides of the hall.
Wow.
The elderly king, he wears above his head a majestic crown with a
There.
A man dressed in... After a moment,
The king does not...
the king remains...
Esteemed. I've heard. However.
Well, we've got... The golem's blade... Well... Well...
How did he know?
Ah, then I must...
Wait, but didn't you just say that our great deed...
Only that which is free.
But that's complete.
Yeah, that makes no...
Maybe so. What? No answer?
Well, what about the king? Is he...
Clad in his
I would like to...
The guards in the
Well, there goes my plan to turn the whole place upside down, I guess.
It appears we've been... Before I decide...
Can't we try to slip away? Or maybe start some kind of riot?
But if we try to... Don't worry. At least we figured out who's behind all this. Let's just play it by ear. If you're scared, Paimon, just hold my hand.
Thanks, you guys.
You allow yourself to be led away by guards surrounding you on both sides. It's only when you begin to feel drops of water falling from the dungeon ceiling and smell the stench of death and decay. Stay here! The guards lock the...
Wait, sir!
Your voice echoes through the dark hall.
No! What should we do?
Carve out a new path.
You reach toward your...
What about the...
When did you hide?
When I was thinking...
Rejected.
And the keys to the...
Correct.
Oh.
Indeed.
Huh? Why are you the one saying indeed?
Because that...
What?
I mean, maybe they just really wanted us to be immersed in the feeling of being in prison? Like, they'll only show us the way out once we've grown truly and utterly desperate?
That is a possibility.
If only there were desserts and tea in real prison. Oh, wait, guess it's kind of how the Fortress of Meripede works if you're lucky.
Oh, before I forget, I took a closer...
Wait.
I doubt it. Master left me... I gave you the sword...
Wait.
After the duel.
Before that. After the duel, though, there was a we were both sad. Whenever I looked back then...
No one can change...
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Looks like the next part of our script is here.
Perfect timing. The situation was really starting to get desperate. And not just because of the prison thing.
From Claren's face, Paimon really can't tell if it's good news or bad news.
Water continues to drip from the ceiling. In this lightless... Eventually, suddenly...
Heads up, everyone.
Gather close, everyone.
Who are you?
I work as a guard.
Huh?
Shh. I understand, but
The king has issued a...
monsters...
There will be time for infiltrating the...
Have you seen our weapons anywhere?
Don't worry, his faction is to defeat him.
You're not coming with us?
No, as long as my...
In that case...
Thank you for your concern. As for the location of the vault...
Got it.
All right, once I open the door, you now have the and...
With the help of the guard, you successfully escape the dungeons. Your sense of despair and anxiety both seem to fade as you continue your quest.
Wait, we didn't get to use our skills at all while we were in prison. Who knows when we're gonna get the chance to use that cool summon spell?
That is a pity, but we can only continue to move forward. Take it easy.
This should be the place marked on the map.
This bit of rock...
Well,
Wow, you really...
Before you lies a serene stretch of oak.
Well, guess...
What's the matter?
As you step...
Wow, this...
But this door...
Huh.
A pattern on a...
Is something wrong?
After a long, difficult journey, your surroundings are...
We're doing this for the sake of the people.
Linny's right. We need the next part of the story
Yes, that should be fine. Something feels off about all this. Guess I'll just have to improvise.
I found something!
Found something here, too.
Same here!
It worked!
Something just appeared. Some kind of new mechanism, maybe?
By solving the puzzles, you prove yours at the end
with
a key.
must be the key to the big...
Huh? This? It is said that... Huh? You hear a few strange noises. Suddenly, all the torches in the ruin go out at once.
Huh? What's going on? Did we fall into another trap?
For the sake of immersion, please close your eyes, everyone. Without the torches...
But Paimon can still see a little bit over here. Oh, right. Sorry.
Suddenly...
There's someone else...
Wait. You recognize the voice as belonging to the guard who led you to this place. It appears he now...
Oh, so this is... Well, if we can't see anything, that means we can't fight to the fullest of our abilities. Should we retreat for now?
Judging by the way he's holding his sword, he must be a real Marashose hunter. But this isn't part of the script.
Retreat? That's not the hunter way. If it's dark for us, then it's dark for him. We choose to fight.
Your choice is noted. Please keep your eyes closed until I tell you the torches have been relit. This battle will be in the dark.
You got it!
Well then, let us begin. Into the shadows.
I'd like to try to hit him with my sword.
Your strike is successful.
You're facing him.
Is he still standing?
Is it over? Can we open our eyes now?
The enemy is strong and relentless, but the battle is nearing its end. The torches have not been relit.
What about now?
Final strike.
Well, did we get him? Glorian?
Warm fire flickers across the walls once more. Your vision is now clear. In an impressive display of courage, successfully defeat guest.
Speak your name, guard. Is this treasure really more important to you than bringing peace to the kingdom? Oh, what?
What kingdom? What peace? Those were nothing. Florian.
So he's also using his real name. Or...
Then I'm even...
What do you know?
What's that supposed to mean?
My skills were passed down to me by my father. We lived a life of obscurity in the remote wilderness. Still, and what did he get in return? A life of poverty and pain. In a world that forgot all about him. When he died, the Marashose hunters were the ones who saved this city. We're heroes!
Is he talking?
So that's why...
If you already knew what...
Because...
Only a true Marashose as someone who sought...
Okay.
You're sure?
We've been talking about it for so long. Of course we want to see what's inside.
Watch your... Then let's open the door together.
All right. Before you, you hear the shrill wail of the door hinge as it rotates for the first time after years of disuse.
It's open! Come on, let's go in! Paimon wants to see what's inside!
Ooh, me too! Ugh, uncovering hidden treasure is the most
Hello. आवाज नहीं आ रहा
You call this a treasure vault? Looks more like an abandoned warehouse.
Maybe the
आया
team ran
आया
out of budget at
अरे
the
मेरा
end?
डिस्कॉर्ड ही नहीं चल रहा था रे पूरा पीसी रिस्टार्ट किया उसके लिए मैंने
Drop the ball at the most important part?
Wait,
Whoa, are you?
The Marashose
मेरा
hunter before you appears to suffer
बाइक
a
10 दिन बाद
serious
आएगा
mental breakdown. He needs to leave the room for a moment to
सीधा
collect
नवरात्रि के
himself. One of you seems to understand the significance of the trip.
तब तो पूजा कराना रहता है ना इसीलिए वो भी बोला मैं आऊंगा नहीं जब तक तू मेरा पूजा नहीं कराएगा
So, how are you doing? Feeling any better? Do you remember how...
I remember now. I brought you here because I wanted to... The explosives in the cave!
कब आए
You
चालू
mean
हो जा
these?
Huh?
I could tell something was off the moment I stepped into this cave, so I kept an eye out. I've already dismantled the whole thing.
So the strongest champion duelist in all of Fontaine saved the day once again. Guess I shouldn't be surprised.
I deserve some answers. Everything you said earlier sounded like the truth.
I don't know. I just always felt like there was something in my heart that didn't belong to me. Something agitated and angry. Who knows? The feelings about my father and the other Marashose hunters are real. It just wasn't fair. I don't know when.
But if the treasure was all you cared about, what... From your description, I suspect you...
Devorator?
Oh!
No, I've heard... Wait, it can't...
The
My family, my father and... But I neglected that duty after he died.
The Devorator would be if you lacked the power to
I heard has the power...
And yet, you weren't...
One of them I know just the only way I could...
I won't comment...
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into the stories my father used to tell me about the glory of the heroic Marashose hunters.
It's more than just a story.
Huh?
You're proud to...
I have done...
Then explain the purpose of the evil sorcerer in your story. Isn't he the true antagonist?
But I've already taken...
Wake up, Florian. Do you really think the hunters acted out of a desire for honor and glory? Or... You do not wield your sword for yourself, but to protect. Do you still not under...
You're right.
I wouldn't...
I know.
Good. Then, come with me. And help me see this script.
Huh?
No,
I mean...
Then we'll just have to keep writing it.
You mean...
Is that really so...
You aren't afraid...
I know what my friend...
Then...
Hello.
They're back!
हाँ मैं दूर रखा हूँ
That took a while.
My...
Tone, it's...
Sorry.
Oh.
I confess.
That little...
That's right. He's adept at manipulating the heart. To be perfectly... The treasure...
The names of all the Marashose hunters from ages past and their weapons?
Wait, you already know?
Of course. Don't underestimate a veteran role player's exploration skills.
We just finished reading through the content of the stone.
That tablet recorded the lives of some fascinating. She inherited.
So,
क्या बोल रहा है?
she was just like you.
Oh,
Well, when you put it that way, I
अरे
said working
मेरे
as
को तो
an
पसंद ही नहीं इसलिए मैं ये बोल नहीं खेलता एक्चुअली पता है मेरे को गेंशिन खोलना है मन नहीं करता
about their accomplishments?
Because they chose to be. To hunt monsters at
Then this stone.
That's right. The only time they
So, no wonder this place was so well
मोबाइल में बराबर से खोल रहा है बे
The
टाइम
stone,
पे
the tablet proved their legacy is
दुनिया लगा
Father. Thank you, my friend. I implore you, everyone.
well, sounds good to me too.
I have no objections, but Mr.
When he took over my mind, I gained some insight into his thoughts. Every time I thought of the
Huh?
What if? GM,
At first glance, these blades have slain.
So basically, take these with us, right?
अभी भी घूम ही रहा है
I'll
भाई
take this weapon, since it used to belong.
Ah, good idea. I'll take Mr. Walter's bow then. From one archer magician to another.
Paimon's gonna pick.
क्या बोल रहा है वही बोल रहा हूँ मैं सब गेम में सब चालू कर दिया था नेट भी मेरा सेक्सी चल
You
रहा
can
है
almost feel the will of past hunters coursing through your being. It's a feeling of courage, determination. A silent vow passed down from generation to generation.
हाँ चालू हुआ भाई टास्क बार में गया ना चालू हो गया सीधा
Mr.
टास्क बार में उसको समझा
do you know where to find the evil?
I was able to see it. We must be extremely...
Then why don't we
No, we have to strike now. He was greatly weakened when I managed to break out of his control. If we let him rest, he might have time to escape.
हाँ हेलो
I agree with Mr. Florian. We've got to act while we have the advantage. Don't forget, the people of the capital are counting on us.
Yeah, now that we've got a plan,
Hello.
there's no point in
ना
waiting.
पास
The longer this drags on,
कट रहा है ना
the
थोड़ा
worse
थोड़ा
it
था
will be for everybody.
Yes, yes, that's what's called...
कट रहा है मतलब मेरा बीच में देखा हेलो हेलो हेलो
Yes, that's exactly...
नहीं समझा अभी तक
Mr. Florian?
Of course. Follow me.
अरे वो पूरा फेज है
He
बीच
has
में
us
कट
set
रहा
up
है
so
वो बोल रहा हूँ मैं
Finally, you decide to, as you walk away.
अभी मैं तेरे को बोलूँगा आयुष मोटा है इतना मोटा कितना मोटा है अभी बराबर बोल रहा है क्या बोलूँ इसको क्या बोलूँ इसको बोला मैं इसने सिर्फ क्या बोलूँ तेरे को सुनाई जा रहा है ना वाह ठीक है चलेगा मैं वैसे भी हेडफोन चेंज कराने का सोच रहा हूँ भाई इसका आवाज बहुत बेकार आ रहा है मेरे को कुछ सुनाई दे रहा है मेरा खुद का आवाज भिंडी इसके से हाँ इसके वजह से तेरे को बराबर आ रहा है अभी नाइस मुझे लगा था ये अभी देखा मैं इसमें चालू है इसलिए डैम ऑफ कर दिया इधर आवाज नहीं आ रहा था इसके ऐसे चक्कर में इधर भिंडी वाट लगा के रखा था एडवांस प्रॉपर्टी डिफॉल्ट इधर है यार टाटा टाटा हेलो 100%
Finally, you arrive at the church. As you approach, an ominous aura. Now, it is time for the final battle.
Let's go. भाई इसका कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम है बार-बार ऐसे ही होता है मेरे गेम में आवाज नहीं आता रहेगा मेरा कभी-कभी मालूम नहीं पड़ता मेरे को
Florian, wait.
What's wrong?
I think you should. I don't think.
That's exactly what... Yes.
That's too risky.
I understand. The Devorator will have a... You're not like me. This is... Consider it a duel.
Then, as a champion duelist, I hereby accept your request. The battle is now upon us. Let the Devorator once again tremble. This foe is not invincible. You hold the treasure. The power to defeat it in your own 2 hands.
The treasure? You mean... The names! It's the Marashose hunters' names!
How are we supposed to...
You forget, Paimon? There's still one skill we saved until the very end.
Hunters fight not for fame, but to aid the people whenever they are summoned.
Walter the Marashose Hunter, master of 1,000 tricks, executioner of the Phantom Hunters, I call for aid!
Est, the Marashose Hunter, inheritor of Cassiodor's will, judge of the Shadow Hunters. Answer my call!
Petronia, protector of justice and order. The hunter I respect the most. Thank you for saving my friend, the best one I'll ever know. Please, lend us your strength.
We have come to answer your summons. And so, the monsters were eradicated. Peace soon returned. Some remembered the names of the heroes who saved their kingdom. But others simply continued their lives none the wiser. Such is the story of the Marashose hunters. They pursue the phantoms in the darkness. They will always yes.
It's a pretty solid
किधर से
story
होता है?
of
ऑप्शन में
that
होता है ना?
final... Oh, right.
प्रॉपर्टीज से होता है.
Yeah, mine
Open
nearly
होने के time
scared
इससे.
the daylights out of me when it started glowing.
नहीं.
I took a good look at it after we got out,
no.
but I don't think...
ऐसा ये खुलना चाहिए.
Did
क्या
you have
बोलते
a
हैं
good...
उसको?
Of course.
Sure. Nope.
Then I'll head back. Once Mr...
You're right.
Well...
Run this program as an administrator.
Okay,
अब
so...
चलेगा.
I think it should be fine.
नहीं तो क्या ये इसका नहीं आता है.
I was dying of curiosity.
Guess none of us want...
What are you all talking about?
Obviously chat rate नहीं आता ना.
Oh, wait.
मतलब ये नहीं आता.
You're...
It's probably more accurate to say this was never a real scripted story to begin with.
What?
Connect होता क्या देखते थे?
So loud. My head.
हाँ resume होता है ना.
Hey, you! Get up!
अभी क्या करने का पता है? इधर अपना जो मेन स्ट्रीम है ना.
It's not nice so...
Yeah.
If Paimon knew something...
Everything was on...
अभी नहीं होएगा, अभी नहीं होएगा.
Guess I'm just used to it.
कुछ एक
As
minimum
for
time
you,
के लिए.
Florian.
I know there's no excuse for what I did. I'll turn myself
एकदम
into the guards
minimum
at
time के लिए
once,
होता है.
confess my crimes, and accept any punishment that comes my way.
I would say you've already suffered more than enough.
What?
You may have been blinded by fame and fortune in the beginning, but your actions during the final battle had proven you to be a true Marashose hunter. You'll be far more used to the city above...
But...
Of course, you'll...
Yes, of course.
As far as I'm concerned, though, your showing in the duel was enough to prove your honor.
Thank you so much. Until we meet again.
कर दिया delete. कैसा रहता? फटाक से करता है ना तू?
Speaking of Marashose hunters, what should we do about the treasure in that cave?
Leave it be.
दिख तो अभी भी नहीं रहा है
Are
मेरे
you
को
sure? We could show it to people. Make it so that the hunters are remembered. Don't you want that?
No. Every name on that tablet made the same choice. All hunters know what the path entails. I am no exception. My identity as a Marashose hunter is not something I need people to remember.
That's certainly...
Wait! Paimon just remembered something. If there were no special effects involved, why did our weapons begin to glow during the battle?
That's because the marachose hunters of ages past would often imbue their weapons with special enchantments to suppress the monsters. Whenever a monster was nearby, their weapons would start to glow.
Oh, so that's why they had an effect on that guy near the end. I really thought the summons were doing all the work.
Well, I'm sure the summons were a part of it too.
Oh? How so?
This particular the names you
So the name...
Navia,
Huh?
I really appreciate...
All right. Anyway.
She ran off!
I should probably head back as well. This story was truly
Traveler. Should...
I suppose the significance would...
A great answer. I'll remember it. Me, the marachose hunters. Perhaps her answer lies in her silence.
वाह भाई देखा भी चालू हुआ
Take it easy.
चलो पहले खरीद तो ले हो। कितना का है यार? 12,000 क्या है तेरे लिए? एक क्या बोलते हैं, क्या फास्ट ट्राई करते थे तेरी माई। इतना तो था ना।
Take it easy.
ओ भाई ये वाला ब्रश वाला कैरेक्टर सबसे बेस्ट लगा पता है मेरे को अभी। हाँ वही वो प्लेस्टर अच्छा लगा उसका। मतलब अगर वो फिनिक्स वाली वो साथ में खेले ना और मेरी ये जिंशु भाई बहुत सही बन जाती है। फिर तीनों अटैक है ना, 3 अटैक खत्म कर देता है इंसान को भाई। मैं भी नहीं कह रहे ये अच्छी बात है। ये क्या चाहती है, मैं क्या करूं? फीचर बात इतना दूर है। अरे पहले वो एक वर्ल्ड को गे वर्ल्ड कर दिया इन लोगों ने आधा। मेरे को पता नहीं क्यों भी क्यूट कर दिया इन लोग ने।
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
अरे बट स्टिल राइट नाइटलैंड वाज फॉर लाइक ड्रैगन की जगह है भाई। ड्रैगन का क्या बोलूं, बेइज्जती क्या बोलूं। ड्रैगन इज समथिंग डिफरेंट माय फ्रेंड। क्या बोल रहा है, क्या बोल रहा है? गेंशिन के थीम के साथ क्या बिट रहा है, क्या बिट रहा है? बट स्टिल रे ड्रैगन, अगर उन लोगों ने अच्छा खासा ड्रैगन निकालते ना, मैं लेजेंड बोलता हूँ भाई, बहुत सही होता कुछ भी बोल। They might had a boom, you know. You know what I'm trying to say by that. How can I build all this? Might not be able. Go over here. Build fan install. Install. इधर भी देख लो। हाँ बट स्टिल तू देखा है इसका ये देखना पड़ेगा एनिमे में द थिंग इज बट स्टिल लाइक मुझे गेंशिन अभी भी इससे ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं लगा मेरे को पहले अच्छा लगता था क्योंकि वुदरिंग में मेरे को क्या मिला पता है मेरे को फाइटिंग स्टाइल मिल गया आई कैन डू डॉजेस द मेन थिंग इज दैट फ्री है मेरे को थोड़ा फाइटिंग मैकेनिज्म का गेंशिन इज स्टिल गुड इन स्टोरी के साथ तो गेंशिन बहुत अच्छा है डेडलाइन उसको रेडी कर रहे हैं लोग बहुत टाइम लगेगा स्टोरी कितना अच्छा होने के लिए तेरा आवाज कट रहा है
An impressive bounty.
हैं
Stabilize.
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
वही तो बोल रहा हूँ मेरे को बॉस फाइट सबसे बेस्ट लगता है इसका बाकी बाकी सब तो बोल रहा हूँ बाकी सबका तो ठीक है भाई इसलिए बोला ना मेरे को गेंशिन से ज्यादा यही अच्छा लगा पता नहीं क्यों क्या
She's not back yet. Hey, that little kid is... Let's go check what wrong?
ओ भाई
Master Chevin!
वाह
She
हाँ जल्दी
went to Gap. They
Gap, bro.
have to finish making preparations before they
I'm
can
thinking
try
of
to
buying
rescue, so
Xbox controller, you know. तेरे को ही बोल रहा हूँ मैं
they said Master
मैं
Chevin
खरीदने का
might
सोच
have
रहा हूँ
stopped around here.
एक गेम मिला
She
रहे मेरे
might
को
have been forced to go near the umbral needle. If
तेरे को बोल रहा हूँ मैं कि मैं खरीदने का सोच रहा हूँ Xbox खरीदूं कि PS का खरीदूं रे which is better
you have to
हाँ बट लाइक PS का कंट्रोलर कनेक्ट होता है क्या PC से I have to try I guess with my friends PS4 खरीदूंगा तो PS5 का खरीदूंगा मैं तो कंट्रोलर से हाँ Xbox का तो है ही उसका तो पूरा पास है ना गेम पास
All right, let's finish this fast. Illusion shattered.
Stabilize. I'm good. Certainly worth the extra mile.
$63 vicious oh भाई मिस कर रहा है क्या देखा हो गया खत्म हो गया 5 स्टार नहीं चाहिए ये कौन सा है दिखा अभी सी नहीं नहीं ये मिला ना 4 स्टार क्या कर रहा है अभी
All right, let's finish this fast.
That was quick! Something with which to commemorate this occasion.
मेरे पास क्लोरिटी है रे तो ऑप्शन कौन है अरे हाँ लास्ट टाइम उससे मिस किया था लॉ
कौन
है ना
Solidify!
Here comes the
Alex
Shine down! Transfix! Witness my wrath! Lay down!
Gather!
There's no escape!
Solidify!
Shine down! Transfix!
कहाँ जाना है भाई दुनिया पार आपने बोलते हैं लोग उनको क्यों मारेगा कोई
no escape.
Gather. Where did you come from? So strong.
Well, they didn't put up much of a fight.
Thank you, sir. Saved by the... sorry. Let me introduce myself. I'm Chevin, a gem artisan. I'm not usually... She did, huh? But then, I discovered a new seam of volcanic crystal. I dug up a hole. I panicked.
If the situation...
I left most of them behind. But for Tlasoli and poor little Nachka. That's right. Or, well, she used to. Now she just handled... Because of her daughter. Poor Nachka contracted an... Even as Nachka's illness grew still, her condition has been slowly improving ever since.
इन
She's
लोग
still
अच्छा
weak.
रहता है
She
पता है
often writes
स्टोरी
to
लाइन से
Sharon
मिक्स
and
होता
apparently
है
her birthday's in a few days. So, Tlasoli asked me to find a pure volcanic crystal to give her as a present.
29 minutes ये डायलॉग डालो 1 मिनट गेम प्ले
Yeah.
I'm sure she and her mother... All right.
1 minute
Let's
gameplay.
Actually, it's all thanks to you that I managed to bring... You deserve a reward for helping us protect something so significant.
इसमें है तो भाई इसमें स्टोरी लाइन के लिए स्किप बटन है
वही तो बोल रहा हूं भाई
I'll let Tlasoli
तक के लिए स्किप बटन है इतना जल्दी जल्दी हो जाता ना साइड क्वेस्ट मजा आ जाता है
मैं तो अभी साइड कीज भी देखता हूँ कभी कभी तो अच्छा बनाते करके
मेन कैरेक्टर सारे साइड क्वेस्ट में बात करता है इसका कैसे नहीं करता ना
इन लोगों इतना बात कुछ नहीं करता भाई गेंशिन वाले लोग मैं इसलिए छोड़ दिया ना मेरे को थक गया पता है मैं मेरा मेन बात था मैं थक गया स्किप बटन से ही लेजिट मैं स्किप बटन से थक गया अभी इसका ही बोर होता तो मैं स्किप कर देगा सीधा ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टिगेशन रहता था
Don't mind if I do. Show me your courage.
Illusion shattered.
Out of the way or get blown away. You win.
इवेंट नहीं कर रहा तू इवेंट
इवेंट का ही है
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
सारे कैरेक्टर्स को रिक्रूट करना रहता है बरोबर भूल गया मैं मून चेजिंग इवेंट कर रहा है मून चेजिंग इवेंट कर रहा है ना उसमें ये
मैंने फुकट का उन लोगों को ये किया पता है विश किया था उस पे पर सोच मेरे को कालचारो मिल जाता था उसमें कालचारो फिर से ये करता तो विश करता तो वाट लग जाती है भाई पूरा कालचारो पे मैं जिंदा हूँ फिर
तेरे पास ऑलरेडी बहुत खतरनाक कैरेक्टर है जिसकी है
भाई मेरा कालचारो जितना नहीं मार पाता ना उससे खतरनाक यही है भाई इसको बिल्ड ही नहीं किया था तभी मार रही थी पता है लेवल 2 पे मार रही है
बहुत सेक्सी है
इसको सिर्फ मैंने लेवल अप कर दिया कुछ भी हथियार दे दिया कुछ भी ये दे दिया था क्या मार रही थी क्या मतलब पागल जैसा मार रही थी जिंशी मेरी मैं बोला भाई इसको और मैं इसको बिल्ड करने का ही है जिंशी तो मेरा परमानेंट है मेरे को सिर्फ खेलने नहीं होता बिल्ड बिना
Never mind. Let them do as they please.
Look at them. Just chilling. Following Not for PGA, madam. I'm very sorry.
All right.
Come on! Show me your courage!
Busted.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
That was pretty great.
DNF ड्यूल खेला है उसको?
क्या?
DNF ड्यूल वो बहुत अच्छा लगता है पर बहुत हार्ड है खेलना पर उसको।
क्या है वो?
अरे वो अपना स्ट्रीट फाइटर मालूम है?
Stabilize.
वैसा है थोड़ा। और वो शूटिंग वाला तो देखो पता ही था ना, स्नाइपर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वाला। भाई उसका क्या ग्राफिक है, क्या गेम है वो। मैं मतलब 2 दिन वही खेल रहा था उस चक्कर में। भाई डीएनएस वाला तो कैसा पता है, इसलिए तो कंट्रोलर ले रहा हूँ मैं डीएनएस वाले के लिए।
क्या है उसमें? फाइटिंग है?
अरे कैसे था फाइटिंग रैंक। हाँ स्ट्रीट फाइटर में जैसे देख रैंकिंग होता है, अपना शैडो फाइट मालूम है?
हाँ।
वैसा टाइप का है। इसमें बस एनिमे कैरेक्टर जैसा रहता ना, कर सकते आराम से। हम दोनों हम लोग रूम में रूम बना के भी खेल सकते हैं। 10 जन ज्वाइन करके हम लोग खेल सकते हैं।
है क्या उसमें रूम था?
टूर्नामेंट जैसा कर सकते, पता है? ओ भाई मुझे बहुत पसंद है। सबसे खतरनाक मेरे को जिंसी लगती है मेरे भाई, सीधा एरिया डैमेज। मेरी जिंसी और मेरे को 13 वाला कैरेक्टर मिलता ना वैसा, एक बार क्या ही मैच हुआ था वो।
जैंगली
3 कैरेक्टर चाहिए था मेरे को, पता है? तेरे पास जो है ना वो, हाँ फायर वाली और ये वाली, वो अपना ड्रैगन लॉर्ड।
क्या है तुम्हारे पास रियल लाइफ में जियान है?
जियान
काला जियान है भाई आपके पास।
कुछ भी बोल भाई। जैसा इसके पास फिनिक्स था स्टार्टिंग में, वैसा मेरे पास कल्चारो है भाई। उसका वॉर्ड पूरा मेरा कल्चारो बिल्ड पता है, ऐसा देखिएगा तो। बच्चों ने बहुत धीरे
क्या बोल रहा है? अबे तू जेंसी का क्वेस्ट कर रहा है, इवेंट वाला क्वेस्ट नहीं कर रहा है।
अरे उसके साथ मिक्स है। और बहुत मस्त है भाई ये। बचपन में बहुत क्यूट दिखता है इसका फोटो।
मैसेज देख रहा है कि नहीं देख रहा?
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah. भाई बना के दिखा दे उसको. Granted.
ये 5 बनवा रहा है.
मेरे में हाय पोकी, सॉरी पोकी. भाई ये बहुत ही क्यूट कैरेक्टर है रे. Like when she was a child. Right now she is also cute. Like one of my best character, I guess. I like her character design. जेंशी का कैरेक्टर डिजाइन बहुत अच्छा है. सेकंड टू नो या सेकंड टू नहीं, क्यूटनेस ये सबसे पता है वो फर्स्ट है मेरे लिए, वो फिनिक्स के बाद.
फिनिक्स अच्छा चैंगली.
चांगली हाँ, उसके बाद है. और ब्यूटीफुली सबसे चांगली पहले है. जगमन नहीं है उसको, मैं फिनिक्स बुलाता हूँ. उसका नाम मेरे को फिनिक्स ज्यादा सूटेड लगता है. पर भी क्या इन लोग का एनिमेशन निकाला है भाई, बहुत अच्छा एनिमेशन लगता है मेरे को. पता नहीं क्यों इन लोग का गेंशिन से भी बहुत अच्छा एनिमेशन लगता है. लाइक रियल एक एनिमे देखता है तू, चाइनीज एनिमे
मस्त है
वैसा, चाइनीज एनिमे जैसा, पूरा चाइनीज एनिमे जैसा है.
ये वाटर ड्रॉप मस्त है एकदम.
इतना साल रगड़ा है, कुछ तो काम का है.
चलो भाई, I'm ending the stream for today. Bye bye, good night, take care.
Wow.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I